Hi, this is Garima, and you are listening to the Garima Avtar show. In this podcast, I talk to various sports personalities, coaches, and experts who are trailblazers in their fields to answer questions about the psychology in sports and provide a regular dose of motivation. Today, we have with us Kabir Waraich. He is an award winning off roader and the winner of the world's toughest motor race, which is the Rainforest Challenge. Rainforest Challenge runs in 30 plus countries and it is listed in the top 5 toughest off road races worldwide. So, to be a winner in the Rainforest Challenge India 2021 is an incredible feat to achieve. Well, Kabir started his off road racing career in 2008 and has won almost all the major 4x4 challenges in India. Besides this, he has been 4 times winner of the Ultimate Desert Challenge and he has also been the Mountain Dew athlete for 2019. Well, to tell you a bit about off-roading, it is considered a niche adventure sport and is basically driving off the road that is on unpaved ground. For most people, a bumpy, muddy, rocky road would be a driving nightmare. But for some, the rougher the road, the better it is. In fact, no road is best of all. Such group of adventurers are known as off-roaders. So Kabir, welcome to this show.
My pleasure, Garima. Very happy to be on your show. Hmm.
Off-roading, which is a type of motorsport, is also risky in nature. So what kind of risks have you faced? And why do you still follow this sport in spite of all the risks?
Um, yes, it's more risky than your normal life, but yes, I would say they are rich in normal daily also, but in motorsports they are a little higher. But that's part of me because this is my off-roading is my passion, and I want to follow it. And what risks I faced is toppling, a vehicle going upside down. It was now it's normal. So first it used to be a little scary for the first 2 times or 3 times, but now it's part of my sport. I know that okay, this is the part, and but I'll take all the precautions, so that's why I know I'm safe, and that keeps me going.
So, what kind of precautions generally do you take? I mean,
Okay, in a vehicle 4x4, there is a roll cage, then we have special seats and seat belts, and plus the most important is the seat belt, helmet. That's the most important part of, I think, any motorsports. If you're participating, you need to wear a helmet, otherwise you are not safe.
okay, sure. So also, please tell us about what kind of tracks and hurdles are there in the Rainforest Challenge, and which was one of the toughest one that you have witnessed up till now.
Till now, I think the first two three were pretty difficult. This is I've done around seven rainforest challenge in India, and I think first three were pretty difficult, and that is because we were pretty new into the sport. Plus, the level which RFC plays is way higher than what we used to have. We never used to have a proper kits modifications. But when we went, I remember when I went to Malaysia in 2014, the vehicles, the 4x4 Jeeps were way ahead of us. We were like maybe not even 10% of them at that time. So that was the major difficult part. Uh, yes, but with time, I think we have already there with all the modifications. Now, right now, I think my vehicle, which is not right here right now, and that is, I think, with the best in the world, I would say.
Okay. Which one is it? I mean, I can see it in the background. It looks like a beast.
No,
Please
this is
tell us
okay.
about this.
Yeah,
What is
this
so
is the
special
Polaris.
about?
That we'll talk later.
No, yeah. So, okay. So, no. So, please tell us about your vehicle. I mean, it looks very interesting. You can tell us about it.
This is a RZR Polaris XP Pro. It's a 1000 cc turbo 181 bhp. So they say it's in the 0 to 100 is around 6 seconds.
Wow. That's
Yes, yes,
fantastic.
but it comes with the roll cage, with the 4-point seat belts, plus the seats. It's pretty a safe vehicle for rallies, especially for the desert storm coming up. I'm thinking of participating in that.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. So what kind of a suspension it has, and what are the special, what is so special about it that it's used for
Uh,
off-roading?
it's an independent suspension with the shocks with the reservoirs, so that they can absorb the shock when we jump and all that. Plus, it has a auto gearbox CVT. You don't need to change gears, and you can for 4x4 you can change the, what do you call it? Sorry, and you can switch the 4x4 on the fly. You don't need to don't need to stop and change it.
But it's open, it's not even covered, so it's open. So how, I mean, like when you're driving so fast, and I mean, how do you manage that? Driving an open vehicle?
Uh, Already told you to wear a full mask helmet.
Oh,
Without that, it's
yes.
not possible.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Cool, cool. So you've been a champion of such a prestigious and tough rainforest challenge. So, what, according to you, is one of the most important strength or quality that a person must have in order to become a champion?
To become a champion, firstly, you need to love your sport. You need to have passion for it. That is the most important thing, I would say. Because if you don't have the passion, you're just participating just for the heck of it, then it's no use. You cannot win. Maybe one or two times you lose, then you will be, heartbroken. Okay, this is not possible. This is not happening. I should not participate. Maybe I'm not capable enough. So these are a lot of thoughts comes to your mind. So that is why your passion, your love for the sport is very much important. So the only then, and especially what for me, it's a never die attitude I have. So that's keep me going. Keep me participating in the events. Doesn't matter you win or lose. So that's important.
Yes, definitely. I mean, of course, you didn't become a champion the first time. Like, nobody becomes champion the first time they participate in any event. One experiences failures and disappointments. But I think the important thing to note here is that one should not lose hope. And instead, we should persistently, work towards improving our skills. But I think many times people don't see failure as a step for success, and they tend to lose hope when they face failure. So I think it's important to develop a mindset to see failure as a learning or a stepping stone to success. And this kind of mindset does give us hope. And I think this is the attitude that one can develop. You can develop an unconquerable spirit or of not surrendering or giving up, even at the face of an adversity or challenge. So this, I really like this spirit of never say die attitude. Definitely. Okay, so
Yeah,
how?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I just give you an example. Uh, Rainforest Challenge. I won it last year, 2021. So this was my seventh year participating. So, and I waited for 7 years. First 3 years was pretty good, but I couldn't win it. Then another 3 4 years, my vehicle used to, break down on the first day. So it was very easy for me to lose hope and sit at home and be happy, but I just couldn't. So I just the hunger in me, I would say, kept me going. It said, no, one, I need to win it. I need to win it. I kept saying again and again to myself, okay, very calmly, but yes, I knew that I will one day. So that is the confidence I have.
Fabulous, fabulous. Sounds amazing. How do you like, and where do you draw your strengths from? Like,
I think it's inside me. I would not say I will go where take any lessons. You cannot. It is all in your mind. You have to be very calm, patient. So only then you can. Otherwise, if you are not, then you cannot. So you need to talk to yourself. Okay, it's not happening this year. That's not a end of life. There's going to be another tomorrow. Next year we're going to come back. come back stronger. What mistakes you did, why couldn't you win it? Just note down, have a book and a pen, note down the mistakes you did. Keep things in mind that this is not, I'm going to repeat it again. And I'm sure you will one day succeed in your life.
Definitely, I mean, one needs to have the patience. I mean, as per my own experience, as a rallyist and a motorsport person, it is so important to stay calm, especially under stressful situations. I remember several times my rally car has broken down because of some mechanical or electrical failure. I remember once the tire came off in the midst of a rally, and there were intercom issues. Sometimes I was not able to hear direction calls from my navigator. But in spite of all that, I think the only way out of this is to stay patient and calm and not lose one's head. And I think that's how it has allowed us to get back on the track and take the right decisions. And I think, and this aspect is definitely applicable to all areas and stressful situations in life. Okay, so Kabir,
Exactly, it works everywhere.
absolutely. So who's your inspiration or role model, and what are the values that you have imbibed or you would like to imbibe from your role model?
My role model is he's not from this motorsports arena, but he's a cricketer. They say a god of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, in the 90s, I used to love him play. And with years, when I grew up, even he started playing much better. Yeah, and the discipline he had in his life, I would say, never came into any controversy, anything. Just very humble guy. So he just, maybe in his interviews also, he used to always say, "Be simple, be humble,
And
just concept."
very focused and
Very
disciplined.
yes, exactly. Be focused in your whatever you do.
Yeah.
So be focused. You will ultimately end of your career, or you will be on your top.
Totally, totally. So these are the wonderful values. Amazing. Were there any setbacks or challenges in your journey? And now, when you look back, what is that one value that you possess that helped you overcome the challenge?
Value is just that never die attitude in me. That was the only thing which kept me going through years. Maybe I won many competitions, but never lost hope. Okay, this is not gonna happen again. Okay, you lose every time, you cannot win. This is life, I would say. Somebody will come better than you in your life. It's not okay, always you gonna be on the top. I say Sachin Tendulkar, that he made so many hundreds, but the next game he was out on a duck, on a zero. So that didn't let him okay, okay, got out on a zero, I'll go home. No. Then he again came the next match, scored 100. So that's the focus, that's the passion which should be in there in you.
Definitely, and I'm sure you with so many times we are not able to finish the rallies. As you said, you've been participating in the Rainforest Challenge for the last so many years, and now after like so many years, you have won it. So you did not give up. So that's the true spirit actually of a sports person.
Yes, actually, it was very easy for me to give up. I told you, first 3 years were pretty okay. I was third overall. The first two were the Malaysians.
Okay.
In their skills and in their winching, in their driving, they were way ahead from us. But after, we never said, we were not jealous of them if they won in India. But they came, they taught us how the equipment works. So that's a big advantage. Big,
Okay.
they gave us. So in, I think 16, we were I think some Indian guy beat them, and then again in 18. So now they are participating in the same category, and we are beating them. It is just because we were not jealous. We were not okay. We know that we're not going to learn from this guy.
Healthy spirit, the healthy competition was there, and you
Yeah.
you actually adapted and learned from them, their
Yes.
skills and all.
Exactly.
Kind of improved your skills, and you made yourself competent and
Yes, again, and then 3 years, then another 3 years, 4 years, I would say, my vehicle was broken down. It was on the first
wow.
one year. It was on the first stage. It's gone. I said,
That
holy
can
shit.
be really heartbreaking, I can imagine, because so much of preparation goes, in participating in the event, and I'm sure the entire year you work towards it, preparing your vehicle and practicing and all this stuff. And if you're not able to finish the event because of a mechanical failure, electrical failure in the car, that can be pretty disappointing. But
Very disappointing. Yeah, and Garma would say one thing more. It's not only you; it's your co-driver plus your family is at the back. When you go, they said come with a trophy. So there's
oh,
added pressure, and if you don't perform or if your vehicle is broken down, they will never say, okay, oh shit, you lost, man. No, they will say, okay, come in. That they are a big sport, I would say. They will say when you come back, they will say, okay, that's okay. Next time.
that's a spirit.
Yeah.
Can you tell me something about, out of your life that has grown out of personal disaster, some lesson that you've learned from it. I remember you were
Surely,
mentioning something about, once some Jeep had gone into, you got stuck somewhere.
not stuck. I toppled the jeep inside the water.
You toppled the
So they
Jeep
will,
inside the water.
yeah. So we were going to the for offroading, normal offroading, no competition,
Right,
and I think it was raining that day very badly, and there was a ditch which was filled with water. I never knew that's a ditch. I said that's just the water standing on the road, or I
right.
would say on the gravel. So I said, okay, that's fine, because every day we used to go from there.
Oh,
So as I entered the track, my right side just went inside. So I was sideways inside the water, wearing a belt, and
you were alone. You were
the
alone in the vehicle, or
yeah,
you had somebody.
no, I was alone in the vehicle,
Okay.
and but I never panicked for the first few seconds. I would say I said that's okay. It's just a seatbelt. I'm going to open up, and I will come out.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see inside because it was full of mud. So what I did was, okay, I had an iPhone in my hand. I think 2013. So I said, what the fuck? Why I'm having a phone in my hand? I'm in the water. So so I threw the phone and I tried to open up. Can't come out. I just couldn't open up. So I had a RCL Jeep with the disposal army one over where they used to have a gun placed. So they had a gap in the windscreen. So
But there
by
was no
chance I was
gun.
having that.
I hope there was no gun in it. It was
No,
an
no, there was no gun.
RC.
It was just a gap in the windscreen. So by chance, luckily, I would say that I hold that gap thing and I matlab, came out.
Oh, you pushed
I think
yourself
I
out.
was yes, and I think I was there for around 20 seconds, 30 seconds. I don't didn't count, but yes, because then I couldn't handle for the first 10 15 seconds, so I drank the water because I was breathless.
So
So I
you were
drank
completely immersed in it, right?
completely.
Must have been a huge one, huge ditch actually.
Oh yes, I thought when I drank the first time, then I said, I don't know, I will be able to come out or not. So that was pretty scary.
So
But
what was it?
yes,
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, go ahead.
so came out, took a breath, calmed myself out, took our jeep out. My friends, by that time, my friends were there too. So I never left offroading. I said to go home, scary. No. So I parked my Jeep there because it was not in a running condition. I went off-roading with my friends. I said, no, if today I go home, I will not be able to come and do this in the water. So we again sat with somebody, with him in the water, and we moved forward.
Oh, fantastic.
So
So
that's
even after, getting into, facing all this, and getting in the ditch and all that, you still went for off-roading after that, just to make sure that, you keep up the spirit and you don't feel scared of the sport, to get the fear out actually. Wow, that was fantastic. So anything in particular that you learned from this, this personal, kind of accident, like a mini accident?
Yes, before that it never happened to me. So it was an experience, and now whenever I do these things off road or wherever I go, I'm just little more careful. Now I know what to do when. Maybe inside water, it's not recommended to everybody that you should, take off your seat belt because in water. So I do that just for a thinking. Even if I'm drowning or if I'm toppled, I can just jump out.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's a little precaution I do take.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool, cool. Okay, tell me, how do you derive your regular dose of motivation to do all this? You are so much into off-roading. You're part of you've opened up actually. I think you're the founder member of one of the off-roading clubs, and I mean, definitely you have to. They say if you have to be a champion in any sport, you have to sleep, eat, and constantly think about that sport. So, but how do you draw your motivation to do this?
As I told you before, also, it is a passion for sport. It should, if you love it, you will keep doing it. It's not that I need to go somewhere and somebody will teach me what to do and what not to. So it's just passion for the sport, passion for driving cars, passion for off-roading.
So
So
it's
that
like
keeps
the
me going.
motivation. The motivation is all inside. I
Yes,
mean, so you're
yes, it's
self
all,
motivated.
yes, it's all inside. You need to be mentally very strong for doing all this. Even if you're working anywhere, maybe it's a corporate job, you need to be very strong. You should be very focused. So that's the thing. That should never, if you're not doing it good, that's okay. Tomorrow you will.
Great, that's a great attitude as well. So you tell me you're so fit. So do you spend long hours in the gym or any fitness or any special diet regime that you follow? Something?
Yes, I've started. I just do my gym before the competition, 1 month or 2 months before that. Yes, I'm fit just for maybe, I would say, not that fit, but yes, enough for my competitions.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't want to be a gym guy. I'm not a gym guy. I don't want to look very bulky, like a bouncer. Yeah. So the main thing is your strength and your stamina. So
So
that's
yeah, so
more important to me.
the course things that are required for the competition, I think you work on that constantly. Okay, okay.
Yes, exactly.
So you also organize off-road events and you train people in off-roading. So can you please tell us something about that?
Uh, it happened to me, luckily, never had a online class. I never had any brochure but people come to me, people message me, okay, you're an off-roader, we want to learn the basics of off-roading. A lot of people. One of my friends, he's from Odisha.
Hmm.
So he messaged me that Viva, I want to take classes from you. I want to learn how to drive a Polaris in the UDC and all that. So yes, I taught them, but I charge also.
Oh, okay. That's nice, of
So
course.
that is,
So, okay.
and
Good
somebody
time.
comes and mostly they fly down to Chandigarh. We have a beautiful terrain here, so we over there we can learn and do our climbs, and it helps you in off-roading as well as rallies.
Okay, okay. Wonderful, wonderful. So, tell me, how did Mountain Dew approach you to be the athlete? I mean, what was the criteria to choose you?
They were looking for, I would say, upcoming athletes who represented India. So I was one of them because I was the first Indian to participate in the Rainforest Challenge Malaysia.
Okay.
So, and I don't know, somebody went through some story on Google. They found us, okay, these were the guys who went there, and they approached us on social media, and we got in touch. And they said that, okay, it's a very inspirational story. that no Indian has, and you are the first Indians, and let's have a contract. I said, okay, why not?
And this happened before you won the Rainforest Challenge.
Yes, it happened before in 19 and 2021. I won it, and there was ad also, Mountain Dew advertisement also, which Ritik Roshan did on us.
Really? What was that
Yeah,
about? What was the
it
tagline?
was
Remember something.
I don't,
डर के आगे जीत है.
नहीं डर के आगे नहीं जीत नहीं था यार, forgot the tagline.
Okay. No, no, doesn't matter. That's fine.
Huh. But it used to come on TV. The guy is, pulling the jeep up, Ritik Roshan. So that's the ad.
Ah, okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, tell me if you could meet your younger self, who is striving to be there where you are today. So, what is that one piece of advice that you would give to him?
You could have started little early doing
Ajay, you would tell
off-roading and
that
all.
to him. You
Yeah,
should
and
have started.
stop and stop borrowing gadies around Chandigarh. Stop wasting time.
Okay, okay. So, what's your like ultimate? So, do you have any more like Rainforest Challenge is one of the toughest events, but there's anything more you do want to participate in the Dakar Rally, or you have any other?
Yes, yes, definitely, Garima. The rainfall is done. Desert Storm, I have participated, but didn't go well because of the vehicle. Yes, the next challenge or a hurdle, or I would say anything, is the Dakar Rally. So I have all the calculations, like how much money you need. It's just that I don't have the sponsors now.
Oh,
So but soon, I have been, talking to people, talking to companies about it. So it's because the cost is little on the higher side, so it's little difficult. But yes, I'm sure maybe 1 or 2 years down the line, I will reach there, no matter what.
okay, wonderful. We're really looking forward that you participate and represent our country in the Dakar Rally. Okay, so.
You never. Sorry to interrupt you. You never know that over there I can be the first Indian in four-wheel category also.
Oh, okay, that's wonderful. All the very best
Yes.
wishes to you, Kabir, for this.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, okay, one last question for our listeners. So, tell us what are the three things that you would like to, some message that you would like to give it to our listeners.
The message is pretty simple. Whoever wants to start rallies, firstly, start from the stock
Stock category.
or stock category. Be buy a normal car, normal 4x4 vehicle. Start it. Don't do the modifications first because you will lose your skills. You will never come to know what good at, what you need in life, in your vehicle, what not. Second is your safety. That is more important because
Always
you have
follow
a
the
family.
rules and regulations. Never break the traffic
Yeah,
rules and stay safe. Yeah.
yes, yes. Stay safe. You have a family to go back. And third is love your sport. That is important. If you don't respect or don't love your sport, then it's of no use. Then you cannot win, or you cannot perform good. So that is the message I want to give.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Kabir, for joining me in this fantastic episode. And with this, we come to the end of this discussion. Thank you all for listening to today's episode with your host, Garima Avtar. If you like this episode, then subscribe to my podcast for more new episodes and a deeper dive into the world of motivation and sports psychology. See you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.